live long and prosper.
I don't know if you'd be second in command.
Dude, I am very capable
if we had
of being in
an
command.
entire fucking full-fledged company, I don't know if you'd be second in command.
I just grind with you for years, and it's like we finally made it. So you know what?
Well, you'd be put back where you're supposed to be.
What does that even mean?
you're the talent.
No, the talent. Oh, there we go. Head of talent relations. There we go.
Maybe that might work for you.
Although sometimes I do make questionable decisions here on the Mad Scientist.
That's why you might have to be an assistant to the talent coordinator.
No, I'm not an assistant. I'm the full Monty.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio Skulls all day.
The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The Merit Scientist Lab.
You know what's crazy? I had one of those in the game.
Hard soda?
No, I'm thinking that it's not the seltzer, is it?
No, that's a seltzer.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then there's the hard soda.
Okay. No, I haven't tried that then.
Me either, but I heard they taste really good.
We might have to. You want to go to Wegmans?
I want you to get that out of the screen there.
Oh, yeah. So as I get obstructions out of the screen, folks, I would like to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 140. Yes, 140 episodes of this here Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is I, RJ the Pizza Guy, along with Jared, the visual Mad Scientist. Jared, say hello. There he is. And we are...
Tell me what to do.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I want you to be happy at all times. Yeah. Forever.
Well, that's not possible.
It's
any human being, but okay.
All right. Well, we're going to take logic and throw it out the window for just a moment.
Sure. There's no such thing as me doing that. Like I was taught by Spock, Lieutenant Spock. Is it Lieutenant? No, Commander Spock.
Commander Spock.
Fuck, was he Commander or Lieutenant?
It's crazy. I don't know. I know you know better than me.
Right.
But I've never heard somebody refer to him as Lieutenant.
They always just said Spock for most of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
he might have been Lieutenant Commander at one point. He was Chief Science Officer for most of the time, pretty much all the time.
Okay.
But I don't remember what rank. I think that's Lieutenant Commander.
You want to pull that up, man? Just because out of my own curiosity, too, because as somebody who's not obviously as big of a Trekkie as you are, I would still like to know.
I've been watching the new series, too. It's pretty Star Trek-esque.
I was actually watching, I know this is going to sound very atypical of me, or typical of me. I just watched earlier today The Girl in the Picture on Netflix.
You watch anything that fucking pops up automatically.
Well, no, it was there, and it just seemed different.
Exactly. It popped up automatically, and you chose it.
And I did choose it. It was about
Commander.
He's a commander. All right. Commander Spock.
Well, hold on.
So, no, but it was basically
makes sense because he was a second officer, or the first officer for a long. Computer's in the wrong place.
So
Spock's rank throughout the entire series is Commander, not a mere Lieutenant Commander. Oh, okay. So he's definitely second in command.
Second in command.
And Chief Science Officer, what he was also. It doesn't say it on there, but I know for sure he was.
So would that make me Spock of the podcast since I'm second in command? And you're Captain Kirk?
Yeah. If we had a two-man crew, yeah.
Yeah. Live long and prosper.
I don't know if you'd be second in command.
Dude, I am very capable
of being in command. If we had an entire fucking full-fledged company, I don't know if you'd be second in command.
I just grind with you for years, and it's like we finally made it. So you know what?
Well, you'd be put back where you're supposed to be.
What does that even mean?
You're the talent.
No, the talent. Oh, there we go. Head of talent relations. There we go.
Maybe that might work for you.
Although sometimes I do make questionable decisions here on the Mad Scientist Lab.
That's why you might have to be an assistant to the talent coordinator.
No, I'm not an assistant. I'm the full Monty. I'm like the whole ass cheek, bro. Like just spread cheeks.
Whatever the fuck that means.
I don't know what it means, but it sounds invigorating. No, that's not what I meant to say. That sounded really bad, didn't it?
Yeah.
Ew.
I gotta fix my camera.
It's
really
okay.
red.
He said it's really red.
Yeah.
Dude, you look like the Sith.
Well, I am.
So they announced that The Mandalorian season 3 is going to be February of this upcoming year or
I
next
think
year.
They said that a while ago. Well, they didn't give a specific month, but it was early next year.
Oh, okay. Well,
I knew they had finished wrapping up
okay.
taping and shit. I saw that. I read that somewhere.
Well, I just saw it. What was it? Not yesterday.
Oh
the day
no,
before.
no! I saw they had finished. They had started recording either last month or this month. Which actually, the way it's funny because the way they have like they can do special effects now. They have that. I don't know if you've seen any behind the scenes stuff on that.
You know, I used to not on this one in particular, but when
Well, it's on Disney Plus.
it's the ones at the bottom, right? You know, like with the trailers and all that additional stuff. Like
no, I think some of them are separate. It'll say like the Marvel one is like that's the Marvel Assembled. That's all the behind the scenes stuff.
Okay. I wouldn't mind watching that on that.
They have one for every series and every movie.
I didn't know that.
All right, what the fuck do you do?
I watch them, but I don't like if I see like intro and stuff or what is it like trailer 1 or trailer 2.
No. The Assembled is a completely different show.
Yeah, I know.
It's called Marvel Assembled.
No, I have not seen.
And it's behind the scenes and the making of going into doing each one. Like they have one for Loki, they have one for all of them, pretty much.
No, yeah, sorry, I've never seen them.
And then they have the Star Wars, the Mandalorian ones. Those are separate shows too, but I can't remember what they're called. But it's not on the actual thing where it has the trailer stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole separate section, or a show. But they talk about how they don't use green screens on Mandalorian. Actually, all the new series they don't use green screens anymore. They have what they call the volume. I think I've talked about this before, where it's basically a screen. It's a big ass LED screen,
all right.
And they can project whatever they want on that screen. So it's a big ass TV, like an enclosure. So they can put a desert scheme on the back of that.
Okay.
Put like desert and sand and like in the front of it to blends in. So that's where the actors will sit or stand or wherever they're doing. And then they can project whatever background they need to in the back.
And how do they, I guess, digitize this background? Like, well, not that. It's like, so say they wanted to create something out of their imagination. Do they have a program where they use to design that stuff to project it? That's what I'm kind of asking.
Yeah, well, it's hard to explain if you don't understand the technology behind how a movie special effects are made. Basically, the way it used to be is you record everything. I'm not going back as far as like the thing that I posted the other day, Industrial Light and Magic stuff. I'm not going back that far with the practical stuff.
Okay.
When they started using CGI stuff, is what I'm talking about. So the old Star Wars film, not the old ones, the prequels.
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. Those were all green screens. So like the actors were in this big studio that had green screens or blue screens, depending on whatever. And then they would record the action, and then they would digitize and put in all the stuff later.
Okay.
With this new style that they're using, they can record a shitload of shit in camera without having to add stuff later. The only thing they really add later is like some lighting effects because the light may be different depending on how the sun's shining, whatever scene they're in, and they'll add in like light from like if it's lasers, because there's a couple of like ones you'll see in the Mandalorian, the flashes were added after.
Okay.
Because you can't. There's no such. We don't have laser beams, so they have to add all that later.
Well, I've always figured that stuff is obviously the very most common special effect, so to speak, in that.
Well, that and the lightsaber.
Yeah, in that
for that
franchise.
Yeah. And then so the whole point now is they can do a shitload. Basically, they're combining the After Effects or the effects department, CGI department, with the actual filming crew. So they're working at the same time now, as opposed to during shooting and then post shooting.
I gotcha.
So like they can capture a lot more stuff in camera, which makes for a realer look and feel.
That's dope, man. Dude, pretty soon we're gonna be like in the movie.
Well, A lot of the funny thing is a lot of stuff I've been looking at lately. They're using it like Batman, for instance. They're trying to go back to, because they can do that stuff now with the screens now.
Yeah.
On the set, they can go and now they can do more practical effects again. They can like actual crash cars and flip cars and shit because they can just do that shit in the camera now.
Instead of adding it afterwards.
Instead of adding, yeah.
Okay.
But before now, like the early Star Wars days, like 3, 4, and 5, or no, yeah, 3, 4. Am I counting wrong?
Yeah, no.
4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, there you go.
4, 5, and 6 was all models. They had to build the what's the fucking ship called? The
Death Star?
No, the ship.
The Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, the Millennium Falcon. They had to build that. And then all the little battleships and all that, they built that. Those were actual models. And then they had to screen, like put the camera in on it and make it.
Yeah, I know. They're only like this big, right? Like they're
a little bit much.
Yeah.
One of those battleships probably as big as this table here, probably.
Okay. But still, when you think about it and you're watching on the big screen, it's like, how do they do that? In reality, they're just kind of zoomed in.
Yeah, big ass, highly detailed models.
Yeah.
And same thing with like other like horror movies, old school special effects, all that. Again, they were trying to get as much as they could in camera.
Yeah.
Because it just, again, it looks
more authentic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We are learning stuff here on this episode of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. Jared, you got your Kesslers. Got my little Jack and Coke combination. Life is good. I like it.
Okay, keep going.
All right, I'm just saying. I was just saying.
I don't even know what I'm drinking.
What? Well, anyway, so I have 9 days off of work, and I do not know what to do with myself.
Well, do something.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do something. I think I'm going to be going up to Pennsylvania here in a few days, just to go for a day or two. Just hang out, get out of the way. And if you'd like, I am issuing a challenge.
You know there's other places you can go too, right?
Yeah, I know. Well, no, that wasn't the only place I was going to go. I've been kind of thinking about it. But what I was going to say is since I do have 9 days off and we've got some free time, or I have some free time, and I know that you work during the day, but you're available as well, Mike Bozelli, you're more than welcome to come over and hang out with us now that I have nothing to do for the next 9 days. So that is a...
That's if he even sees this. He's not going to see that.
That's true. I'm going to reach out to him anyway.
Yeah.
I meant to do that the other day.
He ignores me now.
Have you forgotten us, Mike?
Yeah.
Who we are? We're your friends. That's okay. It's all right. So what have you been up to, man? Been playing anything or anything new?
Well, I started playing the Breakpoint again, but I was already a little too enamored to continue playing, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll just go watch something. I've been watching a lot of stuff because people try to call me out on stuff that I haven't watched, but I guarantee I've seen way more than people who call me out on stuff.
Well, I got called out last night for not watching The Boys.
Again, you got called out?
Yeah, well, not called out, but just like, you haven't watched this? And it's like, well, no. Then I was
like, dog, you know how many people have told you to watch that?
Yeah, I know. And then like I was like, you know what, Jared tells me to do that all the time. And he's like, well, why don't you? And it's like, not that I don't want to. It's, I don't know, it's complicated.
It's nothing complicated about it. You just don't do it. That's it.
This is true, but it's not like I'm not doing it to annoy you. Like I'm not doing it to like upset anybody. I'm not doing that.
When multiple people tell you something, you have to watch something, especially when they know it's good content for, I don't know, a show you do.
Yeah, the podcast, like the one that we do.
Or just whatever. Then it might behoove you to watch it.
I like that word, behoove. All right.
Don't try to detract.
I'm not detracting anything.
The
I just
attention
like the
from
word.
yourself because you haven't watched it. So
right.
where are you on The Boys right now?
Well, I haven't started watching. This was told to me last night. Literally.
No, it was told to you last week.
This is true.
Our guest, who I would have thought was the last one to see that shit.
Do you know what's crazy? When he said that too, I was just like, wow.
Yeah, he said Stranger Things and The Boys. I was like, oh,
well,
this guy knows what he's talking about.
Coach Hill's really hip. Thanks for coming over again, Coach. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
But I was I've been playing a lot of my, well, it's not mine, but my sister's Nintendo Switch lately.
Oh.
I've been playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, a game that I think you should play.
I'm not going to play it.
Dude, it's a fun
First of
game.
all, don't tell me what I should play.
No, I'm just saying you should play.
When I tell you to watch stuff, which is much easier to get into.
Video games are hands-on.
What does that have to do with
I don't know.
anything?
It's like you're interacting with it in a sense. With TV, you just watch it. Games, you're kind of.
Well, then you're watching TV wrong then.
How do you watch TV, Jared?
I watch TV because I'm to pay attention to what the story is and know what's going on.
Yeah, I know, but I have to be like compelled to watch something. I have to
Bro,
want
The
to watch
Boys
it.
is a compelling show to watch. I don't understand what else someone needs to tell you for you to get this.
You don't have to. I mean, I believe you. I believe it's a good show.
So,
I just haven't been motivated to watch it. That's all.
So this is so confusing to me. What does it take to motivate you to watch something? When someone tells you to watch something, and like, you know what the crazy part is? I feel like it has to pop up on your fucking screen for you to even think about it, because that all the shit that you say you watch, it just automatically popped up on your Netflix fucking.
I mean, I'd go searching for stuff sometimes.
Just swallow that before you start talking
Yeah.
and spit it all onto the mic.
Hit the Triple H. Time to play the game. Sorry.
Yeah, but like if you have to go and actually hit the search button to find something, you won't do it.
I will.
No, you won't.
I'm going to do it tonight.
What's The Boys on then?
The Boys is on Amazon, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have to get my sister's Fire
Guess what
Stick.
else is on? You got to get a Fire Stick to do what?
Oh, just
Don't you
use
have
your-
a smart TV?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I've had the same 32-inch flat screen for, God, years.
Jeez.
And
You don't have your own Fire Stick?
No, I've never, dude. I've always had my Xbox for like apps and stuff. You know what I mean, like for Netflix and Hulu and whatever. So I just use that.
Okay, so you don't have Amazon on your phone?
No, I do not. Or do I? I don't know. Here.
Prime Video? All you got to do is download the app if you have it.
Here.
Jeez, guys.
Hell no. Let me
Teach this guy how to use everything.
Well, that's what you're here for. Let me see.
No, that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Stocks, Spotify, Ballpark app. Let's see. Wordle. There we go.
Or search and then put Amazon.
Yeah. Here. I'll do it right now. Here. Let me do this.
So I'm saying if it's on your phone.
No, it's not. It's not. Here. Hold on. So we got that now. So Amazon.
You can't even do AirPlay on your shit.
So it's what, Amazon Video?
Yep.
Okay. Amazon Prime Video. Get. Okay.
I mean, you had to sign in and all that. But
Yeah, well, I'm just going to download the app for now, and then I'll get all that stuff.
this guy, come on, man.
Well, I didn't think you wanted to sit me, watch me create a password and do all this other stuff.
No, I'm just saying, like, you making excuses for shit.
I'm not making excuses for
Oh, I
anything.
gotta get my sister's freaking Amazon
I
card.
just don't
that's-
want to end up, like, subscribing to another subscription for something.
How would you do that?
I don't, what I'm saying, with Amazon,
Yeah.
don't you have to create a subscription for that?
You said your sister has a Fire Stick, right? So there's an account already tied to that Fire
there
Stick.
There we go. Okay, smart. I could probably download that on my Xbox soon now that I think about it.
No shit. 100% you could download.
All right,
on
in
your
9
Xbox.
days, folks, by the end of next week, I am going to be caught up on The Boys, and you heard it here first, right here on the Mad Scientist
Well,
Lab
there's
podcast.
3 seasons, and the last season I think just came out this past week.
So
I mean, the last episode.
Richard J, am going to know what's going on, and while I'm doing that, what I would like you guys to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click that little notification down there at the bottom. Every Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever day you want to watch a podcast, you're always welcome to.
In however form you want to watch it.
Yeah.
Whether it's audio or video on YouTube, you can get the audio anywhere you get your podcast.
So what I wanted to do, I didn't get to do it last week because Coach was here and we had our discussion. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Gabe for getting me that Mr. National Ryan Zimmerman bobblehead from Nats Park on his during his retirement ceremony. I don't have it down here with us because it is in a pretty decent sized box, and we're not going to open it.
We don't need it down here.
Yeah, no, it's really bulky and whatnot. But thank you, Gabe, for getting that. And hopefully next week we can kind of sneak in and get one for Juan Soto or make that somehow possible. I don't know. But yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm locked and loaded. I also finished some Far Cry today. What I wanted to talk to you about, so Far Cry obviously has the main game. It's got its DLCs. But what Far Cry 6 has done, which I think you would find kind of cool, they have, I guess, these little spin-off missions. And one of them involves Danny Trejo. And another one is actually based off of Stranger Things. It's about an hour and a half long. And the way it's set up, the format, it's kind of, you fight a Demogorgon and all this other stuff. It just tells a small story of the island and an alternate reality using the Stranger Things world and the Upside Down. It's pretty cool, man. I want to kind of, maybe I'll send you like some gameplay of it or like a YouTube link of it, but I think you would think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I probably won't play it. I'd watch it.
Yeah, no, I know it's not something you would go out of your way to buy a game just to play that like one standalone mission kind of thing, but I thought it was kind of neat how they added that in there. And, you know, you're fighting off a ton of them and you're in the Upside Down and you're running around. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It was about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. And I got a lot of cool shit out of it. I got some cool weapons and I got some achievements because that is what I do. That is what.
I still like the actual show better.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by far.
Yeah.
And obviously they've come out and said that the final season will be coming out in 2 years.
Wasn't the final season supposed to be this season?
That's what I initially thought too, man.
But
yeah, so
I think they just couldn't. They didn't have enough room to tell what they wanted to tell.
Well, with those last 2 episodes, I thought I thought this season was incredible, to say the least. I thought it was very well done, and those last 2 episodes just played out. I mean, it was the last episode is essentially a movie. I mean, it's 2.5 hours long, and then the other one is an hour and a half. So you got 4 hours of just nonstop. And I just thought those guys really outdid themselves.
I think I like that format better than setting it into smaller episodes. Like, just release the shit and let us watch it how we want to watch it.
Yeah, like how you like intended it. Don't chop it or edit it to format something like, hey, this is our initial what is it, that Zack Snyder Justice League cut.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
that was a different scenario.
Well, just the idea of it. I mean, I know the scenario is different and everything, but this is how you want us to view this, and this is how you want this arc to go. I was completely cool with it.
I don't think that's what happened with. That's what I'm saying. It's a different whole situation with that Zack Snyder thing, because he got fired, and then they had shot other scenes. So when he came back to do that cut, he had a lot more to work with than he probably originally shot.
Yeah.
So, because they had to do a reshoot of a lot of stuff after they fired him. So,
well, I know a friend of mine saw Thor last night.
Okay, we're not talking about it.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. But what I was getting
I don't
into
want to know what he thought about it. I don't want to know anything about
well, he didn't tell me anything. I just asked him if he liked it. And he said, yeah. He thought
I
it was pretty
just
good.
fucking said. I don't want to know what he thought about it.
All right, I'm just that's all I was gonna say. That's literally.
I don't want to hear that.
All right. God damn.
God, look, what I'm saying is, I don't like to be influenced by other people's opinions on stuff. I want to go in there with my fucking own opinion. I don't care what anybody else thinks. We talked about this before. I don't give a fuck what everybody else thinks.
I'm aware of this.
So don't tell me.
I'm just trying to say, hey, maybe we should, or whatever.
No, I'm gonna go watch the movie, but I don't want to know what somebody else thinks of it until I've seen it.
You want to go see Top Gun again?
I do.
I was thinking about that the other day.
I don't know when I would be able to go see it again, but I do want to see it again.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing you should watch while you're on Amazon, by the way,
Okay.
is The Terminal List with Chris Pratt.
I remember you were telling me about that a couple days ago. Was it a couple days ago, or? I remember you showing me something.
No, it just came out.
It just came out. I could've
like last week, but I didn't show you anything about it.
I swear you showed me just like not a clip or anything, but you were like, "Oh, hey," it was like the poster of the show or whatever. Like you said something to me about it. I'm almost positive.
I don't think that was me.
I mean, I don't know.
I know. I
else.
do. I know. I said that I wanted to see it. I saw it was on Amazon, but I don't.
So maybe that's what I'm referring to.
Oh, I didn't show you anything about it.
Okay. All right. So is that that's a show or a movie?
It's a show.
It's a show. Okay.
This is the first season of it. It's pretty good. If you like military style shit, then you'll like it. But
so is it based in reality or?
I mean, as much as reality as you can get, it's about special forces unit.
Okay, I thought maybe there was like some sci-fi twist to it or something like that.
No. This is they're SEALs. That's it. It's a SEAL team.
Okay.
But there's a lot of shoot 'em up, bang, bang in it.
Shoot 'em up, bang, bang.
But then there's also mystery and suspense.
Okay, all right. So I was having this conversation with somebody at work the other day, and this is completely unrelated to what we were just talking about. But would you rather be hot or cold?
We've talked about this before.
Have we?
Yes.
Are you sure?
100%. Because I know what I said, and everybody else is like, because that's when Greg, you and Greg were trying to go on me like, you can take low. My argument was, I would rather be hot than cold. I fucking despise being cold. To me, if you're cold, I equate cold with pain,
Okay.
and I don't like fucking pain.
Yeah, okay.
And I'd rather be hot. I could take heat much better than I could take cold.
Okay. All right. All right. So I know that question has been asked a second time, and it will never be answered or asked again.
Yeah, because you know how. That's how you know because you remember I was saying that, and because you guys were like, oh, you could put more clothes on. I was like,
I mean, what we talk about so much here on the
I
show.
could take clothes off. Like, what's your point,
man? You want to do it for the camera?
Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
We're not even fucking half an hour into this guy.
What? I was just asking.
Weird.
It's not weird.
It is weird.
It's not. It's having fun with what we have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's having fun with our stuff.
You want to get undressed on camera with another guy.
That's not what I said. That's what you just said. No.
I said it, but you were implying it.
I was implying you, not me.
Nah, that's not what you said.
Not that I wanted you to.
That's not what you said.
That's exactly what I meant. Might not be what I said, but it's what I meant.
I got news for you. That means you're gay.
It's been a long time since we used that one here on the show, and it still holds up to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about buying a new TV.
Why? Just because I said you don't have a smart TV?
No. I wouldn't even know what to do with the smart TV, honestly.
Same thing you do with your phone and your Xbox.
What I was gonna say is, I don't know what kind to get, dude. Here, can you pull some TVs up? Are we allowed to do that, or is it gonna show?
You can, but why do we gotta do all that?
I don't know.
Do your own fucking research.
Well, I want to do it with you because you're the mad scientist who does research, and we're gonna research TVs. TVs are fucking cool, dude. But I don't know what kind to get because I'm trying to find a new Xbox still, and I want to optimize that hardware for the software.
So then get a 4K TV.
Yeah, I don't know what kind to get though. Like what brand?
Sony, Samsung, LG.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just told you those are the brands you get. Samsung, Sony, LG.
Let's see. What size do I want? I still think a 32 would be fine.
32 ain't shit, bro.
I mean, for my room is fine for me.
32 these days ain't shit, homie. That's chump change. I wouldn't get less than a 40-something.
I'd have to get a new stand for my room then.
Why?
Because my stand, I just feel like the way like my setup is I'd have to like rearrange some shit.
It's bigger than that?
It's bigger than what?
Or so your stand is that size or
no,
smaller?
It's a TV dinner tray.
A TV dinner tray?
Yeah.
It'll still work.
Well, I would still have to move like my shelf out of the way or like readjust it because I've just the size of the TV, not so much the base of it, but
in the
size.
Corner then.
Yeah, I'd have to figure out how I'd set that up.
Put it in the corner, homie.
Put it in the corner, dog. Corner, dog. All right, so what do we got? So we've got. Ooh.
It's gonna be hard to look at TVs on here.
Actually, I agree. Can't even see. Let's see. That one looks like it's 298, 400, 320.
Yeah, this is a cheap brand. That's why it's that much.
Yeah, let's see. That's a Samsung, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Can't really go wrong with a Samsung.
No, I was thinking Samsung or Sony, man, but I was just kind of more curious about pricing because I haven't really bought a TV in so long. I know they're relatively inexpensive compared to when they initially came out with The
this
4K.
one right here probably would be 55-inch 4K Samsung. The major thing you gotta look at is, well, you could actually select the size too that you want.
Oh, okay.
So if you want smaller, like a 43, wait, does that say 3,000? Oh no,
No, I think it's 300. It is kind of small print though. Here, let me in a little bit.
hold on. I'm trying to.
No, it is 300. Okay. That is a nice TV though. In Crystal UHD. Man. Yeah, I got to step my game up, bro. Because I just want to. So what I did do while we're looking at this, speaking of upgrading, so you know what I did the other day, Jared, finally?
What was that?
I fixed my car.
Fix it? How? What do you mean?
I finally put those brakes on there. Yeah, so I put brakes all around on it.
You finally put them on there?
Well, I didn't put them on there, but I got it done.
Oh, this is from 2020. I mean, shit, still $300. That's not bad for a 43-inch Samsung 4K.
Look at that thing.
Trying to find the fucking refresh rate, because that's what the big thing. Oh, it has a 4K processor, crystal processor. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with Samsung. I mean, just look at the reviews before you make a final decision.
Yeah.
This one, I think, had... Oh, shit. Keep going.
Yeah, so what I was going to say, yeah, I'll probably, obviously with my time off, take a stop into like a Best Buy and just kind of peek my head in there. You know what's crazy? I haven't been in there in a long time, Best Buy. I used to go in that place so much, man. Just when something new would come out, a CD, anything, I used to kind of like live in there, man. I'm so kind of out of the loop with that stuff because I know they've probably rearranged everything and everything's done and this, and that. This is true. This is very true. But still, like, I think it, you know, I like the experience of kind of walking down the aisles, looking at all the cool stuff.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
It's not as cool as it used to be.
Well,
It's bare and fucking... Yeah, it's bare in there. Like, that's why the internet exists. You can go on here, look at the reviews, see what other people have thought about it, and you can just order it and have it shipped to your house. You don't have to go to no store for that shit.
well, this is true. Then I'd have to put it in my car too. That's another thing.
That's why you order it online and they deliver it to your house.
Yeah, but you don't like the struggle of trying to fit something in your car.
Fuck no. What the fuck?
You don't like the struggle of doing that.
What? No, hell no.
No.
That's no.
Like,
These services exist for a reason.
well, I know that, but still,
For convenience. Take advantage of it. We live in a world where you don't have to do all that bullshit anymore.
nah, none whatsoever. Excuse me. Nah. Well, I don't know. It's like, so when we used to go get a Christmas tree, you know, when you're a kid, you go to the lot and then you tie it to the top of your car, and drive it home and all that stuff. That kind of thing. Obviously, I wouldn't put a TV on the roof of my car, and let alone carrying a big ass tree on the top of it isn't safe either. But I remember
You
doing
probably won't be able to fit one of these TVs in your car.
43-inch. No, something a little smaller. Like
I'm trying to remember. When I bought my TV. How did I get it? I think I was able to fit that one. That's a 43-inch into my car.
but I'm sure you had to like recline or move the
put
passenger
seat
seat
down.
down.
I
Yeah,
don't remember how I did it, but I did it.
All right, if you can do it, I can do it, Jared. That's the mentality I have.
Or just order the motherfucker and have them send it here.
This is true. But what
It's
if I'm
much
not
easier? Somebody will be home.
I know.
And if you order this week, guess what? You will be home.
You know, it's crazy. That's absolutely correct. That's not a bad idea. I'll see, but I don't want to just go throw money left and right on things.
Well, then you don't want a TV then.
I do want a TV, but I just paid some bills, so I don't want to just be like, oh, here's another like $300-400, and then I'm just like, sucked into my television for my entire vacation.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
It's all right.
So then don't buy another TV. I don't understand.
Nah, I don't know, man. It's just it's money. It's like I just don't like giving it up. What I do have, I don't have it with me. Damn, it's upstairs. So yesterday, my boss or my general manager, he gave me this bracelet. Right, it was made of stones or rocks, and they've been I don't want to say sanded down, but they've been turned into like basically beads.
Rounded off.
Rounded off. And it's supposed to bring good luck, good fortune.
It's like they're like prayer beads, kind of.
Yeah. So he gave me that, and like I'm not wearing it right now, so like I have to like.
So what you should not have done was mention it on the show. So now everybody's gonna be looking at your wrist like this motherfucker didn't do what he was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Again.
You know, do you ever wonder? And I know you're gonna be like, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I'm Jared Smith. Do you ever like just wonder, like when you just like, I don't know, not even fuck up, but you just have like a moment and you're just like people just staring at you like, the fuck's wrong with this guy?
People staring at me?
Well, not staring at you, but like, you know, they're just like, the fuck's wrong with this guy?
Again, I've said this millions of times. You think, I mean, we all do it, but you think people actually give that much of a fuck about you?
Not in the slightest.
If you think it that way, yeah, you do. You're like, oh, what's wrong with this guy?
Well, I was just
because you got to remember, those people have their own issues. Again,
we all have issues, Mr. Smith.
That's my point.
Yeah, I know.
So why are you worried about?
Well, I'm not worried about
if they're probably while you're thinking they're thinking about you fucking up, they're probably thinking about their fuck up.
Yeah,
from earlier in the day or some shit.
Hell yeah. I don't know, man. Just my thought process.
We come into this world alone. We leave this world alone, my friend.
Oh my God, you want a hug?
So it's a lonely life.
All right, wherever we're going, you're coming with me. Come up to Pittsburgh with me.
No,
we can go to the P Bar.
I pass.
Dude, the P Bar is legit.
There's nothing about Pittsburgh that I like.
There is nothing about anything you like.
No, I like a lot of shit. There's nothing up north.
Well, it's not the winter time, so at least it ain't cold.
Actually, I was watching the Wu-Tang the American Saga thing.
Yeah.
I'm on season 2 now, and there was a part in season 1 where they go to Ohio and they're living there, and I'm looking at that shit. I'm like, there's no fucking way I would ever live up there.
No, I wouldn't live up there. Dude, when my family moved out there, they were like, you don't want to come? I was like, no. What the fuck is in Ohio? Nothing.
And they were in some fucking Stuberville or something.
Stuberville?
That's the
Dude,
name
there's
of
a
the
place
town.
called Dublin where my family's from. It's like down the road.
Well, I mean, that's a common name.
Yeah, I don't know. The way they portray it out there, like Dublin is like I don't want to say like the meth town, but they just make it sound like just a shady part of town. They're like, yeah, don't go to Dublin, and it's just like,
there's a lot of areas like that out there.
Yeah, but
the first thing they started doing when they got there was selling drugs.
Dude, but I was like, I'm sitting there and thinking, it's like, why would I want to go to a place called Dublin in the first place? I'm not from here, so it's like, oh, here, you guys want to go to Dublin?
You wouldn't want to go to Dublin, Ireland?
Well, that's different. I mean, Dublin, Ohio.
I mean, that's not the only Dublin in the United States.
But I was referring to Dublin, Ohio.
Oh.
Not like obviously.
Ain't there Dublin, Iowa too, or some shit? There's a bunch of Dublins.
No,
it's like Springfield.
You know, it's crazy. There are multiple Springfields.
There's a lot of Springfields.
I know, but that's just so like it's not weird to me. It's like when I was a kid, when I found somebody else, I've never met anybody, but like I was going through the phone book one time, and I saw there were other people with my last name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which when I was a kid, my name is not very common.
It's still not common.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So when I found out other people had my last name, I was kind of baffled by it. I was bewildered. I was perturbed. You know, I was like, and I know, like, you know, your last name is kind of common and all that stuff.
Kind of.
It's very common.
Probably the most common last name.
Here, look that up. What's the most common last name? Here, let's take a peep at that. So I know that there's no comedy show this upcoming week, but how was that for you this past week down at Shooters, man?
It was good. One thing I did learn is I actually after thinking about it, I once I leave the venue after the show's over, I can't go back like later because then everybody gets there and then that's when they decide they can decide to tell me what they thought.
Okay.
And I kind of equated it to reading the comments. Like, say we were blowing up and we're getting famous.
Yeah.
Like, there's always going to be people who are going to not like certain things.
Yeah, of course.
Whatever. So I hear a lot of people that like have a big following online is like a lot of people, they don't read the comments.
Yeah.
And there's a reason they don't read the comments, because then you start like, oh, well, fuck, I fucked this up. And you start
Yeah, you start self-doubting yourself.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, it just brings your shit down more. Because those people want you to be brought down to their level just because they're feeling upset or however they feel about their life. So what I ended up coming to the conclusion is of that is not, I can't go back once I leave. If I stay, it might be a whole different thing, but even still, because then I'm subject to reading the comments.
Yeah.
And they're not me reading them by choice. It's people telling me their opinion.
Yeah, and you're just sitting there like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
No, it's like they're telling me their opinion, and it's like, you got all this to say. Why don't you fucking stand up there and fucking hold the mic and start talking to the people and trying to make them laugh, instead of fucking trying to sit here, critique what I was doing when you ain't got the balls to do this shit.
Trying to tear somebody down.
No, it's just like, no, I'm just being real. Like, because it kind of upset me. It was like, oh, you want to go at me about this or a certain way I handle a certain situation.
Yeah.
But you won't even do this.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, just sit your ass down in the fucking chair. If you want to come to the show, enjoy the show. Don't fucking, I don't know, man. It was a good show. It was a great show. I was kind of more experimenting than anything, which a lot of these, that's why I did the open mic, is so I could experiment.
Yeah.
Maybe not everything worked. Maybe not everything came off right.
Yeah.
But guess what? These are jokes.
Yeah.
You don't like them, you don't have to come.
I got you.
You know
now, do you feel in the sense that, excuse me, that even though these people were coming up to you, whomever it may be, and like critiquing it to you, do you feel it's more of like, do you think they're not coming off as like constructive criticism and they're coming off
okay, so I also, this is what I was talking about. This is where I came to the conclusion of these are just comments in the comment section of a YouTube channel, or a YouTube video. It's like you can, it's brought to you under the guise of constructive criticism.
Yeah,
but it's not, because you're not a critic. You're just a person who sits there and listens. You may not like everything. There's shit. I love comedy. There's comedians I don't like. Yeah. I'm not gonna watch it. Again, I go back to what I said originally. You don't like it, you don't have to come. You don't like what I have to say, don't listen, or just be bothered and sit there and shut the fuck up.
All right.
There's no rhyme or reason to any of this shit. And it's just, I guess I'm just more getting, I was agitated at the fact that it was, again, trying to say it was constructive criticism, but it's just like, you just I don't know. It didn't come off the right way to me.
Okay.
It wasn't just one person. It was a couple people.
I got you.
And I was just like, okay, then fuck off.
Yeah, I got you.
Like that's just where I'm at with it. Because not everybody's gonna like everything that I say.
No, and I wouldn't think that you would anticipate that, nor do I expect.
Matter of fact, I had and it was funny because I haven't seen this person since. Somebody came to me. I was going into the Turtle, and they were walking out, and they were obviously drunk when they were walking out, and I never got the full context of what they was talking about. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But they were like, yeah, we got to talk about the, hold on for a second. We got to talk about the podcast. I'm like, what do we got to talk about? They were like, your opinions. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And they had to go. So I never got an answer. Like, what do you mean?
This was recent?
A couple months ago.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there is somebody that I know that would like to come on the show before they leave here, and I should probably reach out to that gentleman and whatnot. But hey, if you've got opinions on the show, you're always welcome to come over and sit down and chat with me and Jared and talk about, the BS and shoot the shit and whatever is going on. in the world and the society, and this and that. So you're always welcome to come over. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be shy. It's not that.
You know what? Let's stop that first of all, because you say that a lot, and I'm not talking about you in general, or I'm not talking.
No. I got
you. But I'm saying, we keep saying, "Oh, if you want to come over, just ask us." Yeah, ask us, but we still hold the right to say yay or nay.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because they're trying to figure out the best way. Oh, you know what? No, let's just leave it at that. We reserve the right to say yay or nay.
We reserve the right to say yay or nay.
So you can ask. I'm not saying we'll say no, but it's just not just going to be like, oh, I want to be on the show. Like, I don't know about that, bro.
All right.
Like, what, to be honest, what can that person bring to the show? If that does that make more sense?
Yeah, no. I mean, what kind
I don't want just fucking Joe Blow to be like, oh, I want to sit in, because what are they gonna do? They're gonna sit there and they're not gonna say shit.
Yeah, no. I understand what you're saying. You got to have somebody of substance, or somebody who brings something to the table. No pun intended. Even though the table is right here in front of us. With some insight, some details, some background on your career, your profession. Whatever the case. You got to be interesting. You got to be interesting.
Yeah.
You can't be
not just here because you want to be on a podcast.
Yeah. Who wants to just be on a podcast?
There's a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, people ask me all the time. I want to come on. What are you coming on for?
Really?
I've had
a handful of people ask me, but I don't feel like recently.
Well, I'm telling you, it's probably the same couple of handfuls. But then again, what happens when it comes down to brass tacks? When we're ready, and we ask them, what happens?
They fake.
Yeah,
I got you.
So that's like just saying. Oh, if you want to come over, no, fuck that. You ask us if you want to come over, and we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know around here.
And I'm not trying to sound like arrogant or whatever, but we are serious about this shit. Obviously we are, because we're 140 episodes in. Me and RJ are serious about this shit. We want to grow this into something, and we're not just doing this shit for our fucking health every week. And now it's kind of starting to aggravate me the more I think about it.
I don't mean to
It's like people, yeah, no, fuck that, man. You're not just going to come over here, and then you're not going to come over here and try to act like you're coming here to do us a favor.
Yeah.
It's like we did our own favors at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're coming on here, granted, we don't have the biggest fucking following.
Yeah.
But we're the most consistent of anybody that you would probably know that does a podcast. I guarantee all the podcasts that started maybe right before or during or after us starting, where are they at? And I'm just talking about in general in this area.
Where they at, though?
No, I'm being real.
No, I know. I'm just trying to add some humor to it.
Fuck that. We're not doing humor right now. I don't know, man.
We're doing a great job. And to our loyal followers and listeners, you guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting us each and every week. In and out, good or bad, guest or no guest, miscellaneous props on the desk or not. We appreciate you greatly.
Yeah, I think I'm just.
Do you feel better?
Kind of. I
don't know why. I'm not laughing at you.
This past the show Tuesday, and then that sparked when you said just anybody. Not like it's not just anybody. It's like you got to bring something to the table. You're not just gonna come up in here and act like our show is fucking below you, motherfucker. You want to be on this motherfucking show. So fuck that. That's how I'm looking at it. Like
fuck that.
We're not better than you. You're not better than us. That's it. And don't act like you coming over here because you think you going to do some shit. Like, you ain't doing nothing special that we already fucking been doing.
And we've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
It feels like, so I have been slowly, I wouldn't say slowly, but randomly at work, some of my newer coworkers have been talking to me. And I've showed them, and these are younger kids, obviously. And when I've been showing them the podcast, they were like, hey, that's so cool, this, and that. And I was like, yeah, well, you got to start, but with this. And I said, this is my buddy's idea. And I said, his whole motto and the whole premise of it is consistency. You got to do it week in and week out, and you got to make sure you got come with things to talk about. Sometimes we might not have always the best things to talk about or whatever the case may be, and but we get up, we do it. We do our best. We have a good time.
Even if we don't feel like doing it, we still do it. Sometimes we say we just can't do it that week. Or
yeah, well, yeah, life does happen. Life does happen. So we're not perfect by any means, but we try to be as consistent as possible to bring some form of entertainment or something to somebody's life. We're making somebody smile or somebody laugh or make somebody feel something. You know what that's called, folks? It's called power. It's called power. We have the power.
I don't know. I think it's called entertainment.
Well, the power of entertainment.
That sounds much better.
The power there. That's the name of the podcast.
You're supposed to be the balance of fucking me, not me.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm very aware of that week in and week out. It's like, oh, here comes Jared. Let's try to cheer him up.
No, it's not about cheer. I don't need cheering up. It's just I feel like I don't know. I'm passionate about certain things.
I'm very passionate.
And sometimes
about
sometimes that passion can come off the wrong way to certain people, and I guess I've kind of accepted that at this point. But
it's all right, man. We're doing a great job. Jared, you're doing a great job. Folks out there who listen weekly, you're doing a great job as well. Keep it up. We like that here on the Mad Scientist Lab.
I know what we can do, though. People who listen weekly, we can do a little better on those comments.
Yeah.
A little better.
And shout out to our man Lawless, always doing it for the algo, all right?
Again, a little better on those comments.
Just, I don't know, somebody say something. Yeah, leave an emoji. Leave a picture of something. I don't know. I just, please.
What you got to do is you got to actually go in there and comment back sometimes. Because I try to do it, but I can't do it all the time. So,
okay.
You got to just go in there and respond, and because that's for the algo also is the engagement.
Yeah, this is true. Okay. All right. Something for me to do. Something for me to think about.
Especially this week.
Yeah. So with, especially this week. That is 100% correct. What I was going to say was, obviously this past week was the 4th of July. Hopefully everybody had a nice holiday and, fireworks and all that. Set any fireworks off? You do anything?
Okay, see, I talked about this on Tuesday because people kept asking me, how was your 4th? How was your 4th? I'm like, does it really matter?
I mean, I think it's just like a courteous kind of question to ask somebody.
I
like how your weekend was.
I get it. But my answer was, I've seen enough fireworks. I shoot guns. And I serve this country.
I'm not laughing at you, but I know you.
No, I know what you're saying,
dude.
I know what you're laughing at. The other thing was I don't have any kids, so I don't have to take them to any fucking fireworks. I just fucking chilled.
Yeah,
it's gonna come off wrong again. Yeah, it is America's Independence Day.
Yeah,
but it's not Black people's Independence Day.
I got you.
And I'm going to leave it at that.
All right. Well,
I do celebrate it as an American, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, I was running down the street butt naked with an American flag hanging off my shorts or some shit.
It's not a bad idea.
See, that sounds like a white American.
Dude. I mean, just, I don't know, just the smell of gunpowder, the American flag,
No, I'm all for the gunpowder.
I know you are, sir.
Yeah, I smell that shit enough.
Dude, I know that in some weird, not even some alternate reality, if you had the opportunity to put, say you were in high school and you could put in, I'm not even going to use this reference. I just know if you had a rocket launcher, dude, you'd probably just have a blast with it and just blow shit up all the time. Because I would want to do that.
Bro, I was in artillery. I used to blow shit up all the
Your fucking adrenaline's probably pumping when that. So firing off, I would think that would get you. I don't know,
a howitzer.
Yeah. Or any type of rocket launcher, any type of cannon.
Rocket launcher is different than cannon. That's what I used to fix. I used to work on 155 millimeter howitzers. That's a 155 millimeter projectile.
Okay,
like this big.
Right.
Actually, a little bigger. and like this long, depending on the size, the type of round. It could be a HE round. HE rounds are 100 pounds. HE means high explosive.
Okay.
What was the blast radius of killing radius was 50 meters, and the casualty radius was 100 meters.
Okay.
So if you're anywhere within 100 meters of that shit landing on the ground, you're fucking something's getting fucked up.
Losing a limb.
Losing a limb or worse.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're not usually coming in as one round at a time. It's because you have, well, if you're in combat, you have 6 guns. So you got 6 guns shooting all at the same time, and they might be doing fire for effect, whatever that fucking means. I forgot what that means, but it's like, so, and each gun has, let's say it's a 3-round fire mission. So you got 6 guns shooting 3 rounds each.
Yeah.
In succession. Then they reload.
Dude, that should be like the intro.
So all you hear is, well, if you're on the other end, is.
No, you said you used to fix them. Used to fix obviously these cannons and all that. Have you actually personally ever fired one?
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I know. I was just asking.
I think I said this before. I was well. There's different positions, and I can't remember all the numbers, but there's 3 people on the tray, and it's different now because they have a different style gun, but basically the same thing. There's 3 guys on the tray, and then so there's 2 guys on each side of the tray. The round is picked, whatever the round is. Say it's an HE round,
okay,
high explosive. That's put on the tray. Then there's a stick that goes on the back with a rubber, basically stopper or pad on the front of it. So the 2 guys lift up the tray, put it up on the breech where the gun, there's wherever the hole, the breech is, there's a breech door, and then there's the actual breech, the chamber of the gun. It's basically a big ass gun.
Okay.
And you don't know that much about guns, but it's the same principle.
Okay.
But they put the thing up on the tray. The guy in the back rams it. So you hear the fucking round like seal inside there.
Yeah.
Because it has like copper rings, like copper is soft, so it has copper rings on the end. So, and there's rifling on the inside of the barrel.
Okay.
So that it sticks into that.
All right.
So just like a regular gun, it has rifling. If you look down the barrel, you see the rifling. That's so it spins. It makes the round spin.
Okay.
So it goes straight farther. So they pull that off. The powder man comes up. There's different charges of powder. I'm not going to go into all that, but the bigger the powder, the farther the round is going to go.
Okay.
And the louder it's going to be. So you put in your powder, boom. The number one, well, they already set the aiming points, the A gunner and the gunner. That's a whole different, that's math that's worked out from the other side of the pause or whatever.
Okay.
So then, like when they're ready to fire, the powder gets put in. The number 1 man, well, actually, the powder man gives the powder to the number 1 man. The number 1 man puts the powder in, closes the breech door, and he has a primer.
All right.
That goes into the little priming hole, and he closes that. So then the number 1 man takes the lanyard. The lanyard's a long string with a hook on it.
All right.
And then when they're ready, stand by, fire.
You just pull it back on it?
You pull back, and the fucking thing shoots back, and it goes back forward. Now, depending on how big the round or how big the size of the powder is,
all right,
the lanyard varies in length.
Okay.
Because the bigger the charge, the farther back the tube comes back.
So it gets more trajectory, correct? Is that?
Well, the trajectory comes from the powder.
Okay, yeah.
But there's so much force, so it goes back into battery. There's the way it's set up is there's hydraulics that dampen it'll shoot back, and then the hydraulics dampen that shoot back, and then it pulls it back into battery.
Okay.
You'd have to see it. I guess I could put one on here, but
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, for people who are obviously never been military or just never really seen anything like that.
I don't want to pull it up. Maybe I can't pull one up over here.
Oh, maybe a picture, maybe not a video.
Talking.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's pretty cool. Jared knows his HEs, his high explosives. All right.
There's different rounds. There's white phosphorus. There's HE. There's
Which one do you think is the coolest?
the coolest is the laser guided one, the Copperhead.
That does sound kind of badass.
It's long. It's probably as long as this table right here,
All
this
right.
desk. It has it's black. It has little fins that pop out once it gets in the air. Usually use a charge 6 or higher. That's the powder. It goes up to 8 stick, super 8, or it's basically a solid stick of like powder. Like it's not powder like the other one, but it's like a solid stick. So when it goes off, it's just like a big ass fucking explosion. But the Copperhead has a little glass thing so it can pick up the laser
Okay.
on the front of it. So on the front is like a glass little dome,
All right.
and that
You're talking about on the powder stick, correct?
no, I'm talking about on the Copperhead, the projectile itself.
Okay, the projectile itself. Okay.
The powder goes in after the projectile goes in,
Okay.
but the projectile itself has a glass thing. You've never seen
No.
laser guided shit looks like on an airplane?
I have, but like just off the top of my head, I'm sure I have, I should say. But again, off the top of my head, I can't draw something to fruition or conclusion in my mind. As well, while you type that in around, here we go. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So is that?
Hold on, I don't think that's it.
You don't think that's it?
It was black. Keep going.
Yeah, missiles, man. They're fucking cool.
These aren't missiles. Well, no, actually, I take that back. The Copperhead does it. It is rocket assisted.
All right.
So you have the big round. Is that it?
Let's see. And all sort, man. You can find anything on the internet, man. I mean, I know this isn't anything in particular like difficult to look up, but
In recent years,
Hold on. Let me pause this. I don't want the sound going.
yeah. Here, turn the sound off, and we can take a look at this real quick. All right. So this video was definitely made a long time ago. Okay, so. Sorry, folks. I'm just watching this shoot out of there like that.
All right, hold on. Let me go back because I want to kind of break this down a little bit so people can see. All right, so this is the Copperhead right here. This setting, I forgot what all these settings are for.
Okay.
I think that's the fuse settings. So like time delay and all that shit.
Okay.
So it says Copperhead 155 millimeter. Yeah, see how it's black right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I was talking. I guess I can go here. This is what I was talking about. The two guys. Okay, so this is the breech door over here,
All right.
and then these are the two guys, and this guy back here. It should be a rammer. You can't see it there, but see how long that fucking thing is.
Yeah.
The HE round is probably about that much.
Okay. And so it's so can one person carry that other round or
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay.
It's only 100, was it 100 pounds or 150 pounds? I think it was 150 pounds. You get strong real quick picking the motherfuckers up.
I would believe it. I would believe it. Okay, and you said the rammer. I'm assuming that's the thing you obviously use to push into.
Yeah, I don't think it's in this scene, but
Let's see.
so then boom, they're putting it in, loading it.
And then, well, is that it? What that guy's holding right there? To the you might not be able to see it, but to the right.
No. There's no stick there. I don't know how they're even getting it. Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't see it. Yeah,
All right.
that's it. See, now he's putting the rammer in,
The rammer.
or whatever they call this shit, and then he's gonna slide it up. So then this is what I was talking about. This is it's closed now, but there's a door here that would normally be over here if there's nothing in there. But the door is closed right now.
Okay, and then the guy pulls back the lanyard. You said correct.
Well, the lanyard's probably already hooked up to it because they're probably using a large charge.
Okay.
So he probably like standing off to the side somewhere. So then, boom, you see it going out. See the recoil
Yeah.
coming back, and then boom, then it slides back in the boat. And this is just a different
Support team vehicle.
This is a different gun. Oh, this is the guided thing.
I was gonna say, yeah, that looks like it's like a missile
So
launcher on top.
that's
yeah.
the laser. No, that's the laser.
Oh, it's a laser. Okay.
And the laser is guiding it toward whatever the target is. So the round comes out. The FTC guides it. And it's going.
Well, it's about to hit something here relatively.
This is going to hit that tank probably. Boom.
Damn, dude. Fuck that shit up.
Yeah. And those are, like I said, those are rocket assisted.
Okay.
So they can go far as shit. The maximum range on the howitzer is 19 miles.
Really?
Yeah.
So
That's using the largest charge, a rocket assisted round.
So how fast do you think those missiles go? Like
Those aren't. They're not missiles.
or
They're
rockets.
projectiles.
Or projectiles. Okay.
How fast do they go? I don't. That was one stat that I like. We had to get all the other stats drilled. The speed, I don't think I
Okay.
ever caught.
I'm just saying, if you're going,
It's slower than a gun.
Well, you would think because of the weight of
Yeah.
of everything. Okay.
But the thing with artillery is indirect fire. I mean, they have direct fire capabilities, but it's the slowest shit you've ever seen in your life. And we did those training exercises where we would go direct fire against like a tank or something that's going across the way. But artillery is indirect fire.
Yeah.
You understand the difference between direct fire and indirect fire?
I do not. If you could elaborate.
Okay, so direct fire is like I'm aiming at a target,
All right.
and that's the target I'm going to hit.
Okay.
Indirect fire is the target is way down range somewhere, and I have to triangulate where the target is compared to where I'm firing from,
Okay.
and I'm going to shoot it in hopes of landing on that target or
Okay.
in the area of that target. That's
I got you.
indirect fire.
Okay. I got you. All right. Cool. I'm learning. I feel educated.
This is just some fucking deep military shit.
Well, that's cool. I mean, that's your knowledge and your expertise.
But bruh, shooting that fucking gun, fuck fireworks.
Well, I can believe it. I bet you when you see a little kid with a sparkler and you're like, you look at you little pussy motherfucker. Like,
Pretty much.
I know you do.
Pretty much.
It's like,
I remember one year we did a fireworks show in our backyard years ago. It was a while ago. We bought like $1,500 worth of fireworks, and we did a whole fireworks display show. And I'm like, this ain't shit to me. Like it's just as long as you don't fucking put your face on the firework or
Yeah.
or like hold it and do some crazy shit with it, like you'll be fine. But I don't know. I like guns. There's nothing like shooting that motherfucker.
I can see. I just watched a tank explode. That was, I'm saying I can tell why.
No, I was never on the receiving end. I never got to see what it looked like on the other end. I could hear what it sounded like because sometimes you could see because I was in the desert, so sometimes you could see the target far down range, but just shooting is like, and then when you have multiple. Like that's why I was saying, like when you asked me if I ever shot it, I'm like, bro, I was one of the best number one men on the fucking. I wasn't even a cannoneer. I was a mechanic or a technician, and I was just fast with it. Like, boom, like they put the shit in, I put the powder in, boom, boom, doosh, clean that shit out because you got to swab it every time.
Yeah.
Every time you shoot, you have to swab. It kind of cools the chamber down,
Yeah.
so the powder doesn't go off when you put the next one.
So
in.
that's what I was actually going to ask you. Have you ever obviously or experienced or seen or know of a scenario where somebody is loading it and the powder goes off like within it before you guys fire it? Like if mortar shell blows up in a tube, so to speak.
I wasn't mortars. I didn't really deal with mortars at all.
Okay.
Don't think I ever experienced. I think we've had powder like not go off. But it's usually not the powder. It's usually the primer.
Okay.
So the primer is like it's like a shotgun shell, but smaller.
Okay.
But it's a brass casing. It's a shotgun shell with a blank. It's just gunpowder within it,
Okay.
and it has a little primer on the back of a little small primer, like a bullet casing.
Yeah.
You ever seen a bullet?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know the little piece on the back?
Yeah,
That's a primer.
I see. Okay.
So the primer for the gun has a primer for itself, if that makes sense.
Okay. No, I'm following you.
So the firing pin from the breech hits that primer, sets the powder off in the main primer.
Okay.
Hits the powder, ignites the powder, and then that's how the whole thing goes off.
The whole shebang.
Yeah.
The whole
Just like
kit
in a
and
gun.
caboodle.
Just like in a gun. You have a gun. You have the gun with the projectile in it, though.
Yeah.
You put that in the chamber.
All right.
You close it. Firing pin hits the primer, ignites the powder, shoots the projectile. The same exact principle, just on a larger scale.
All right. That's pretty cool. If you guys think that's cool, you should like, share, comment, and subscribe, because that's some fascinating shit. Especially if you've never seen, an artillery cannon go off. We got to see a little tidbit. This looks like it was made in the 80s, early 90s.
That might have been the 90s.
Yeah, early 90s and whatnot. But, man, the quality.
That's what I was in, late 90s, early 2000s.
That's pretty cool.
But then they were switching over to the 777s, M777s that I was coming out, which is kind of, it's a little more automatic, because you don't have to fucking carry the round up to the chamber and all this other shit.
Oh, it's pretty cool, man. All right. Well, thank you for the military lesson, Jared. I do. No. I mean, I know we've talked about you being overseas and everything before, but I think that's the most detailed information you gave on a part of what you.
I love talking about that shit. I had a bunch of pictures that I took, but I never got them developed, so pictures are probably ruined by now. But I had shit from Fuji, but I was in at a time where like there was no fucking digital cameras.
Well,
like,
yeah, no.
The first time I saw a camera phone was when I was in Japan.
Were you shocked?
We were
by it?
all blown away. We were in a bar, obviously.
No, that's what we do here.
We were in a bar, and these two Japanese chicks were sitting with us, and they pulled out their phone. They were like, "Hey, you want to take a picture?" And we were like, "Wait, what?
Yeah,
with your phone? You're about to take a picture with your fucking phone?" We didn't have that here.
Yeah, no.
We were still black and white screens at that time.
With your little rotary.
They had colorful. I mean, they were like the old, like pixely looking cameras.
Yeah, no, the first generation, so to speak. Yeah,
but like they had fucking cameras. We're like, see, my boy was like, this bitch just took a picture with her phone.
Yeah,
and like that was not heard of when back then.
No, it's I remember kind of getting into the whole. It's like the whole cell phone thing. Like my first cell phone, oh God, I can't remember what it was, but I remember
Fisher Price. My first Timberlands,
dude. Shout out to Jay Joseph. Anyway,
what? That was Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I know, but still, there's just a whole Timberland.
You know, it's funny. I've been watching the Wu-Tang shit, and the guy who plays Ghostface looks like Jay.
Dude, I love seeing that guy, bro. I love seeing him. He cracks me up. I always have. He's
what were you saying?
Nothing. No, but anytime anybody mentions anything like Timberland related, I always like immediately. Jay is the escape route.
You should think about yourself.
Well, besides myself, I should say.
You're the only one that still wears them.
Hey, I like my Timbs, dude.
Weirdo.
I'm not weird. I've been called a weirdo like 8 times this week.
Well, that should tell you something.
I'm not weird. I think the world is. Dude, the world's fucked.
It can't be everybody but you.
No, I don't think it's everybody but me. But the people that are saying this to me, one of them, like, I was like, maybe okay. But the other people, it's like, nah, that's not true at all. It's like, oh, you're weird. I'm not weird.
It's just a fucking figure of speech.
Man. I know, man. I know. I don't take it too seriously.
But
I'm not. What is the weirdest thing about you? If you had to just throw it out there. Well, it's like one random thing you do. And it doesn't have to be like overly personal or anything like that.
Shit. Jiu-jitsu?
That's not weird.
It is weird. How many people do you know do jiu-jitsu?
Well, I think it's rare. I don't find it weird. Martial arts, I don't find. If I went up to a martial artist and I said, "Hey, I think you're weird," they'll probably kick my ass.
No, they wouldn't.
Because
they're laugh at you because they know how weird they are. Because like it takes a fucking different type of person to get where I'm at this point. To get to this belt that I'm at, it takes a different type of person to get to that shit.
All right. Well, I mean, that could be like athleticism, mental training and discipline. I still don't classify that as weird, but if you think so, okay.
I mean, okay.
Like, are you?
I get up fucking in front of people to try to make them laugh. That's pretty fucking weird.
You know what I think is weird?
What?
Not what you do, but what I do. Sometimes. Actually, no, I'm not even.
I was about to say, I was about to end this podcast real quick.
Nah. And I remember one time.
At band camp?
No, when the presidential election was going on back in 2000, when it was like or whatever it was, when it was like Bush and Gore and all that stuff, and they were doing the recount in Florida.
Oh, yeah, I was in the Marine Corps then.
So I was watching an episode of Futurama, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the whole episode, Bender couldn't say the word ass or he would explode, like literally explode.
Mm-hmm.
And literally there's 5 minutes left in the episode. I'm watching it, and this was like the perfect timing. Like I don't think I've seen perfect timing like this in my life ever again. Like it was like that perfect, where the end of the episode comes and he starts talking. He's like, and they can kiss my ass. And he's like, like he does this big gasp, and then immediately, the like Fox News comes up. We have a breaking bulletin from Florida. Like it, dude. And I was just like, I was just like, what the fuck's going on? Like I thought it was a part of the episode for a second because that's how instantaneous it was.
How the fuck is that weird?
Well, I didn't think it was weird. I'm just saying in the scenario of, oh man, I forgot what I was getting at. But that did happen to me.
About?
But it happened. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry.
That has nothing to do with being weird.
Well, the fact that I just brought it up and I don't know what I was going to, that's weird. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
But that's not what you were talking about.
Ah, fuck. What was I trying to get at? Shit. I was just talking about like perfect timing.
Kiss my shiny metal. Oh, speaking of Bender.
Yeah.
We got it right here.
Thanks, Bree. But I got it. She's got to come over, man. But no, but in terms of timing, I thought that was great. I still think it's great because I still remember it.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this guy, ladies and gentlemen.
Nothing's wrong with me.
I think it's time for us to go this week.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But before we go, I want everybody to know that you matter, you're special, and we like you. Well, Jared doesn't, but I like you. And that's all I got to say. And hopefully next week, we'll have somebody coming over, hanging out with us.
And what he was saying is pretty true. I don't like you.
Yeah, yeah. So you can put the camera back on me, Jared.
No,
while I
no.
Well, anyway, you can listen to my voice while I say, hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to episode 140. Yes, 140 episodes of this here Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is I, RJ the Pizza Guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist. Jared, say goodbye. Okay, and so we will see you guys.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, and we will see you guys next week. As always, please like, share, comment, subscribe, be safe, and deuces. Bye. Hell yeah. Oh no.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio Skulls all day.
The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab. Merit Scientist Lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The Merit Scientist Lab.